And if I stub my toe, is it emo or does it just suck? It just sucks. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the HASAN broadcast coming to you live from a sunny day in California, Los Angeles, where we will be maintaining the doom and gloom, and an emo day in California, Los Angeles, because every day is emo when you think about it. I mean, here, look at this. Another clip from a friend of mine who is infinitely cooler than me, you know? Stavros HALKIAS. So grateful for Stavi immediately pushing back against his dog
My
shit.
friend's ex, not ex, just dude she was fucking, whatever. He was like, I fucked a tranny, right?
Okay,
which
well,
is crazy.
Yeah, he said that. You're quoting
He said
him.
that. He's like the southern guy, which tranny to me is drag, in my opinion.
No.
Transvestite.
It's a slur for
Yeah, but it's not
trans person.
transgender.
Yes, it is.
If you transition fully, you're not really a tranny anymore.
Okay,
You know
stop
what I mean? Okay,
saying
sorry.
it. That's where I land. You have gotten like Austin trans brain. Like you know what I mean? Like it
It's
really
not.
is at the
No,
top of your
because-
head.
no, 'cause I
You
really-
Dude, this is yet again another fucking masterclass of being a normal human being, which is incredibly difficult to do online, especially if you're in like a leftist sphere or leftist circle. But he just literally takes that grenade and just crushes it with his hand. He just so perfectly keeps it cool, keeps it pushing, but it's just like, hey, no, also, you're going a little insane. That, I like to say, is the Hasanabi method for sure. Stav is obviously doing that here. Like, I didn't invent this. It's just called being a fucking normal and good person. This is what I try to do all the time as well. Whenever I like interact with people who have like takes that I don't agree with, that are just like so clearly internet broken, brain poisoned by the internet, I'm just like, hey, let's just move you into a more positive direction here. That's what you're supposed to do for the chatters. This is great for you to watch. You need to train yourself like this, okay? Sometimes you might get a lot more spicy when it comes to these sorts of conversations, and you go like, why aren't you ripping her throat off or something? You just gotta, this is great.
Immediately brought it up as soon as the podcast started.
No, because my friend's ex, not ex, just dude she was fucking, whatever.
There's more apparently.
Identifying as queer if you're just a hot woman who got a sex change in a relationship with a toxic gym rat. Do you get to say you're queer?
If you had a sex, what do you mean the sex
Women,
change?
okay, I was a man. I transitioned to be a beautiful woman. I'm killing it. Huge tits.
Yep.
Amazing pussy.
Yep. Sounds
Having
awesome.
sex with gym rats. Strong
Sounds
men.
cool.
Toxic.
Yeah.
And I still identify as queer.
I mean, I think being trans, we're in a society where, I think, unfortunately, society dictates that a little bit. And I think
I'm more queer than that person.
you're not.
I tried doing this with my best friend one day who started quoting black on black crime stats to me one day, and I just lost it. So it's actually really hard not to overact in these situations. Yeah, that, for the record, is also, and people are going to get mad at me for saying this, and they're going to say, Hassan, you repeat the same shit over and over again. But it's a muscle. It's literally a muscle to just like, you have to train it. And the way you train it is by being in coworker conversations. Many of you do this involuntarily with regular frequency. A lot of the people who say, I have a really hard time having a conversation like this with people, are saying that because they're most likely in college. You're most likely in college. You haven't been in an environment where you are forced to be around motherfuckers who just have the worst opinions of all time. If you are already at, in a place of work, especially if you're like in a red state, or if you grew up in a red state, you already know this. Or if you work in a field where there are a lot of right-wingers, a lot of older coworkers, like you have already experienced this, you had to learn how to do this. You had to learn how to be like, oh, here we fucking go. And I experience this too all the fucking time because I see it as a good thing. I can't let that experience go away. I need to always know how to do jujitsu in situations like that. You hear about the 1,200 actors and directors vowing not to work with Israeli film institutions, solidarity with Palestine, big names. Emma Stone is among them. Yeah, I did see that. I know. Yorgos Lanthimos, Adam McKay, Emma Stone, Ayo Edebiri, Adam McKay, the Hasanabi head in this pile here. Shouts out to Adam. Tilda Swinton and 1,200 more. So I'm just going to come out and say it. Where's Hollywood Halkias on this list? Okay, I see Mark Ruffalo on this list, but you know who I don't see on this list? Hollywood Halkias. Truth nuke. Someone is trying to pop off. Are you the most evil person alive? Yes. I'm seeing a lot of names. Ava DuVernay as well. Shouts out to Ava. Shouts out to Boots Riley. It's crazy. I know a bunch of these people. You know who I know that I don't see on this list? Hollywood Halkias. I guess we know where he stands. There's two of his coworkers from the last project that he did on this. I'm kidding. I don't know if he's actually on this list or not, by the way. Don't yell at me. I don't know. I don't know if he's actually on this list and he didn't actually fucking, they didn't write his name, because that's even funnier if he also put his name on this list and then they just didn't even write him. They're like, he's not famous enough. Oh, man. Yeah, this is just like when Adam noticeably was quiet about the Zoran endorsement. A streamer called Wilnev hates Yorgos Lathimos on your behalf. Yorgos is Greek. He hates him so much that he will be against this. Wait, what? Why does Will hate Yorgos? I would be shocked if he actually does hate him, because I love Yorgos. I think he's awesome. His movies are fucking dope, dude. I'm actually super stoked to see this, not because like Stavros is in it. It's like really cool that Stavros is in it as well, but like I just want to see it in general. Will hates Yorgos. I didn't know that. He hates Yorgos because his films are dumb to him. Will doesn't like Yorgos, thinks he's freaky. I mean, he is freaky. He's freaky. It's true. Oh, there was an AYO clip that was also going viral, like made the rounds as well. After being deliberately excluded, AYO Edebiri answers a question about the political stance of the hashtag #MeToo and Black Lives Matter movement with poison grace after the Hunt press in Venice. And I guess like this was somewhat controversial. Like people were reacting to this. I didn't actually watch the full clip before, but I saw it on my timeline. I don't know what it was about.
What we lost during the politically correct era, and what we have to expect in Hollywood after the Me Too movement and the Black Lives Matters are done. The two of you, Andrew and Julia.
That's a crazy way to ask that question. Just the two of you, not the black one, is a wild way to, like, she's right there. Only the white ones, please. I am, which outlet is this, dude? What the fuck? Wait, we gotta run this question back. That's crazy. What is happening, bro?
What we lost during the politically correct era, and what we have to expect in Hollywood after the Me Too movement and the Black Lives Matters are done. The two of you, Andrew and Julia.
Well, okay. Can you repeat that? And I can, with your sunglasses on, I can't tell which of us you're talking to. So
the question was for Julia and Andrew. Mm-hmm. Now that the Me Too era and the Black Lives Matters are done, what we have to expect in Hollywood, and what we lost, if we lost something, with the politically correct era.
Well,
bro, Europeans are so funny to me. There are obviously very cool and very good European comrades out there. Okay, make no mistake, many of them are in here. I'm literally wearing fucking Jezza on my chest right now. But like the average like normie in Europe and their politics, especially as it pertains to like American politics, is so distorted from the way that we think about Europeans in general, because they have like some semblance of social democratic provisions. So we always automatically assume that they're just more woke than we are. There's this understanding in the United States of America that like the Euros are more woke. If you ask like I don't know, like a French person, like their opinion on Me Too during the Me Too era, you would get a very different perspective. You know what I mean? If you ask like Europeans about like what kind of racism is taking place in America, they have a very different perspective than you would expect. It's not so woke. Okay. It's not woke at all, as a matter of fact. But here,
sorry, I know that that's not for me, and I don't know if it's purposeful if it's not me, but I just am curious. I don't think it's done. I agree with you.
It's not done.
I don't think it's done at all. I think maybe hashtags might not be used as much, but I do think that there's work being done by activists, by people every day. That's beautiful, important work that's not finished. That's really, really, really active for a reason, because this world is really charged.
Yeah.
And that work isn't finished at all. Maybe if there's like not
Yeah, she DSA, by the way.
mainstream coverage in the way that there might have been
daily headlines
in the way that it might have been 8 or so years ago, but I don't think that it means that the work is done. That's what I would say.
And that the movements have been halted anyway.
Yes.
Like the movements are still absolutely alive, as you say, just maybe not as
Like, I don't know about Julia Roberts' politics, but like, I know that's a swagged out white boy. Mashallah, Andrew Garfield, found the light of Allah, said the Shahada. He's a part of the Ummah, okay? He is welcome to the, what would be the Muslim equivalent of a cookout? I don't even know. He's a beloved figure as well. I guess iftar, yeah. He's welcome to the iftar. He's welcome. He's welcome at every iftar dinner.
Labeled
labeled
or covered.
or like
Yeah.
witnessed as or kind of magnified as much in this present moment.
The question was, what was lost in the woke era to political correctness? She said, now that BLM and Me Too is done, what do you think was lost in the politically correct era in Hollywood? Which is an insane question to ask. Anyway, Federica Polidoro, Italian journalist, Federica Polidoro, who excluded AYO EDEBIRI from a BLM and Me Too question to Julia Roberts and Andrew Garfield at the Venice Film Festival, has issued a statement on Instagram. Following an interview, I have been subjected to personal insults and attacks because of a question that, for some reason, was not well received by some members of the public. I find it striking that those who unjustly accuse me of racism and consider themselves custodians of justice find acceptable violent language, personal attacks, and cyberbullying. I would like to clarify that rather than focusing on the thoughtful responses of AYO EDEBIRI, Julia Roberts, and Andrew Garfield, the discussion continues solely on how I should phrase the question. All of the contributions from those present were reported in the fully published interview without any omissions. Oh, thanks. She's like, I heard the black one and I put it in the article. What more do you want from me? Mamma mia. I did not want to hear from someone from Sicily. And I still put it. I still put it in the article, in the final article. What do you want me to do? And nowadays, you can't be a fan of Lazio no more. The Wokes has a big fan of Lazio. Of course, I do not want to hear from someone from Sicily. To date, I am not aware of any protocols that dictates the order in which questions must be asked in an interview. Censoring or delegitimizing questions considered uncomfortable does not fall within the practice of democracy. Only the Journalists Association is authorized to evaluate the work of professionals in the field, not social media tribunals. To those who unjustly accuse me of racism, I would like to clarify that in my work I have interviewed people of every background and ethnicity, and my own family is multi-ethnic. There are people who actually live in southern Italy. Not Sicily, but at least southern Italy. Ha! How dare you? We are very diverse. People from Napoli, okay? And people from Rome as well. For the record, she retweets a ton of racist shit. Chatters, I could tell that by just how she reacted to this, or even how she asked that question. Anyway, I like that her response was, I've interviewed people that are black before. And even in this instance, I interviewed someone, I at least didn't omit the black person's answer. My own family is multi-ethnic, matriarchal, and feminist with a significant history of immigration. I have collaborated for over 20 years with numerous national and international publications of all political orientations, always approaching my work with openness and professional rigor. In my view, the real racists are those who see racism everywhere. I love that. That's my favorite, dude. The real racism is those who call out the racism and that's a spicy meatball. To seek to muzzle journalism, limiting freedom of analysis, critical thinking, and the plurality of perspectives. Journalism's role to ask questions, even on delicate topics, with respect and responsibility. I will not tolerate or accept defamatory or violent language, and I reserve the right to seek legal protection against those who, in recent days, have chosen to hide behind a digital mob to insult and attack me instead of seeking a civil and constructive discussion. Federica Polidoro. And of course, you know, she follows JD Vance on 3 different accounts, it seems, which is crazy. Like, that's like, not one. If it was like one account, I get it. You're a journalist, you're following like political figures and stuff, but like 3, you're a stan at that point. And also JD Vance. It's crazy. So apparently Federica is a checks note in the bio, Golden Globes voter, and covered the Venice Film Festival for The Hollywood Reporter, and they repost Islamophobic reels on their social. Really great. It's the least shocking thing. At Communism Survivor, FBI agent John Guandolo explains the purpose of Islam. Yeah. I mean, this is just the most white feminist Italian racist activity I've ever seen. What a story. What a story.